I am a sales representative in a
Okay.
chemical
Mm-hmm.
producer,
All right.
and the company, the headquarters is located in Germany, so I
Okay.
have to use English to communicate with my colleagues, but sometimes it's
Okay.
so that's why I'm trying to improve my English skill with DMN.
Mm. Wow. Okay. The message. Okay. Lang natin siya ilagay. So we correct her, make it impressive. Okay. So whenever you have a frog, so it's a symbol or banner. So submit. Ito yung ikaapat this time. This is the last. Oh, hi, hello, mga Jacko natics natin dyan, and also our mga ka-Ingo. Okay, so this is your Tutor Jacko at your service. Okay. Well, dito naman tayo ngayon because I made a video, you know what, how to make your lesson notes. Okay, so sa mga Ingo tutors dyan, yeah, in my thumbnail, nakalagay doon na lesson notes in 1 minute. Okay, so posible ba? Okay? And kaya bang gawin yung ating lesson notes in like a span of 1 minute? Okay? Yes, pwede. Okay? In my journey as an online tutor, because I've been here for quite a while already, and nakuha ko na kung paano siya gawin in just 1 minute. Like after the class, you will type it in, okay? And then after the class, and then within 1 minute, you can send it. Watch out at the very end of this video. I'm gonna teach you how to write your lesson note in 1 minute. Oh, ayan guys. So we're now here in our um, presentation. Okay, so I made a presentation para mas klaro ko maibigay sa inyo lahat, right? So para hindi ka na mahirapan. Kasi normally, even before, when I'm just, a newbie, nahihirapan ako to make the lesson notes at the very end of the last lesson. Okay, so kailangan mo balikan yung unang lesson, and then you have to really know kung ano yung itinuro mo na words and sentences to the student. And sometimes it really, and most of the times I think it's, time consuming. So here is, our presentation. First things first, okay, so in this presentation, what are your takeaways? Okay, so we will be talking about the general rules of lesson notes, okay, and also sample lesson note, then tutoring notes versus lesson notes, and then lesson notes for consecutive classes, and then lesson notes for free conversation classes, and also lesson notes penalty, and how to make lesson notes in 1 minute. Okay, so first, okay, the general rules. Lesson notes. What are lesson notes? Okay, lesson notes must contain a brief farewell message, a comprehensive feedback of the student's performance, tips for further improve, or tips to further improve, new words, and of course, sentences. Next, things to remember. Okay, so make sure to include their name to give it a more personal touch. Okay, all right. And then lesson notes cannot be submitted before the start of the lesson. Okay, very careful kayo baka mapindot niyo yung submit. Okay, so magkakaroon yan ng effect while you are having the lesson. Okay. Now they can also be edited at any time by adding new content and pressing the submit button. Okay, so like for example, may nakalimutan kayong ilagay tapos na-submit niya na. So you can also edit it. Now, this is a sample of, what, a lesson note. Okay? Let me check. Ito na ba talaga? Okay. So this is the lesson note. Okay? So makita ninyo, we have the message. Okay? So these notes will be sent to, example, the student is Ikumi. Okay? And needed to be submitted within 24 hours of the lesson time. So meron kang 24 hours to submit the lesson time. Okay, the lesson notes. Okay, so we have here the message. So basahin ko yung message. Thank you for booking my class, Iko-san. I really appreciate your effort in learning and enjoyed talking with you during our lesson. To further improve your skills, you may try to engage in more English conversations, which will allow you to use practical expressions like phrasal verbs. I hope to see you again next time and have a lovely day. Wow, a lovely day. So ito yung sample na message, okay? And For the sentences, like you taught the student, some helpful expressions or phrases or sentences, then you can write it here. Okay? So, for example, this one, ang daming mga naituro niyang sentences, especially corrected sentences in the chat box. So, ayan. Okay? So, usually, when you add sentence, kapag earlier mo siya na nabuksan, hindi siya hindi pumapasok yung add sentence. Okay? Dalawa kasi yung nasa sa template niya, and then pag i-click mo ito, mahirapan ka. So, just rephrase it. Okay? Refresh. Refresh it para makadagdag ka dito ng mga panibagong sentence at panibagong words. Okay? Na ayan, for words. Okay? So, yeah, words and meanings. It's very important. Like, pag, if you write some words, importante na meron din siyang meaning. And then, also, the correct pronunciation of the words. Okay? So, yun yan. So, that's an example of a lesson note. Now, what is a tutoring note? Sometimes we try to parang nalilito tayo anong tutoring notes or lesson note. Tutoring notes are for tutors to leave notes about their students for future references. Okay, makita nyo dito kung ano yung proficiency level niya. Yeah, or you can also write um, the the material that you have used, okay, and then some personal information. These are not viewable by other tutors, okay? So dati, back in 2016 or 17, I think, viewable siya sa lahat ng mga tutors. Kumbaga, when the student booked you, mayroon na siyang history kung sino yung mga tutors na yan, ano yung mga comments ng mga tutors na. But now, I don't know what happened. I don't know the issue why they remove it. So this time, for your own consumption na lang yung tutoring notes. This is for your, kung wala kang ilagay dito, wala din siyang, wala din siyang mailagay. Kung wala kang, if you have not written anything, so wala din, blanco din siya. Pero this is actually helpful for your returning students, and your regulars. Okay, so para alam mo kung ano yung history niya. Like for example, meron akong estudyante before na he's in Germany. Okay, so second lesson naman, ko, oh, how are you? Are you still in Germany? So you can make some, small talk. Okay, using, the tutoring notes. Now, nothing if you are having a class for the first time with a student. Okay, so nothing. Now, a draft is, wala siyang laman kapag ka first time. A draft is not being saved automatically for tutoring notes. Any update must be saved manually. Okay, so when you finish this one, mayroon kayong dinagdag or first time ninyo maglagay ng tutoring notes, make sure to save. Okay? Click save. Kasi pag di nyo ni-save, pag nag-refresh kayo, mawawala yung tinype ninyo doon. Okay? So that is the tutoring note. So before the lesson note is actually the tutoring note after the student's request. Now, lesson notes for consecutive classes. Lesson notes for consecutive classes are submitted separately. Okay, for example, two consecutive classes, so you have two lesson notes. The words and sentences need to be distinct for each class reservation, even if it was a consecutive class. Okay, like for example, ano na lang, hatiin yun na lang. Like for example, meron kayong apat na sentences. Yung dalawa for the first lesson, and then the other two is your next lesson. Okay? Or apat na words lang, dalawa-dalawa. So, hatiin nyo na lang. Okay? Consecutive classes. Now, lesson notes for free conversation. Sometimes, when we have, conversations, parang wala tayong parang may do, especially pag advanced na yung students. Okay? So, what are the things you need to do para may laman yung lesson notes niyo? Okay? So, prepare a few words before the lesson. So, bring them up, bring them up casually during the lesson and ask if the student is familiar with these words. If the student says no, then an explanation with examples can be provided. Okay, so mag-ready na kayo ng mga words and especially expressions, idiomatic expressions for advanced students and proficient students. Pick a difficult word used during the class and reinforce the learning by explaining the meaning of the word and giving examples. Okay? And then correct the student's mistakes, grammar, sentences, construction, pronunciation, etc. Type down the corrections in the chat box and use them for filling out the lesson note after the class. So, ganun lang. Pick-pick ka na lang. Pero may mga estudyante din kasi na um, um, sa student's request, nilagay nila, no need for correction, focus on conversation. So, wag ka na mag-correct. Wala kang inilagay mismo sa mga blank spaces doon. At least kasi mayroon kang dapat dalawa for sentences, dalawa for words. So, kung wala kang naibigay, you can use NA and then the bar slash bar ba tawag doon? Okay, the bar and then double bar, triple bar. Kasi apat na ano yung lalagay mo. NA, isang bar, double bar, triple bar. Okay. So, yun lang yung mga tinatanggap ng system. Hindi niya kasi tinatanggap pag wala kang na-fill out na something, okay, in the blanks provided for sentences and also for the words. Now, what is the penalty? Tutors have 24 hours from the lesson start time to submit lesson notes. Failure to submit within this time frame will result in tutors not getting paid for the class. Okay? So, pag 10 yung class na wala, hindi ka nag-submit ng lesson note, 10 din yung klase na wala kang bayad. Okay? Now, okay, this is it, pansit. So, how to do it in 1 minute? So, ako nakakaya ko na siya because I've been here for quite a while. And kung hindi nyo pa naman kaya ito, then, yeah, you can, you have the option. Ako, ito yung ginagawa ko para in 1 minute, naano ko na siya, nasasubmit ko na siya after the class. So, multitasking. Okay, so how do I multitask? Like for example, on set of the lesson, like you have self-introduction. Okay? So, pag may self-introduction kayo, when moment na ng estudyante na having self-introduction, so nagta-type na rin kayo, okay, doon sa tutoring notes. Alright? So, in advance, but ano niya, multitasking. And then, wag nyo lang ipahalata, no? And then, especially during typing time, if hindi maganda yung ano mo, yung noise canceling, maririnig na nagta-type ka. So, dahan-dahan lang din para hindi niya marinig. Or use a mga keyboards na hindi masyadong ano naririnig. Okay? And soft touch na mga keyboard. Ayun, soft touch. Okay. And then just be very attentive like, doing multitasking like for example, normal reaction. Okay, while you are typing, okay. All right. So ganun na. Yeah, that's nice. Okay. So para hindi niya masyadong malata na you are typing already. Okay. And yeah. So once na tapos na niya yung kanyang ano, then your tutoring notes kasi na-type mo na, then that's also your basis for a small talk. Okay. Like for example, he likes basketball. Okay. Oh, you like basketball. So who's your favorite player or what got you interested in playing basketball? Okay. Oh, you love cloudy weathers. Okay. So things like that, okay? Multitasking. And another thing also in doing multitasking, like for example, um, while you're on the lesson, I don't know if kaya nyo, pero ako kinaya ko naman siya at nakaya ko talaga siya. Like pag meron akong itinuro sa estudyante na sentences in the chat box, okay? So while pag natapos na ako mag-ask ng question, while the student is answering my question, so immediately kinaka-copy paste ko na siya sa ano sa doon sa lesson notes, sa sentence. Yeah, so every time meron akong ano, then I have time, i-paste ko na siya kaagad doon sa lesson notes. Okay, and then if I have words, no, tinatype ko na lang siya doon din sa lesson note. Kasi while ongoing yung class, pwede ka naman na makatype. But be careful lang, okay? Be very careful if baka mas ma-click mo yung submit kasi magkakaroon ng something, I don't know, on the part of the student. Okay, so mayroong mangyari if you will click submit. Okay, so iwasan nyo lang maklik yung submit. So yan, may mga sentences while on set of the lesson, while on the lesson, so kina-copy paste niya. And be very careful, especially for the words and vocabularies. Huwag kayong magha-highlight ng words, like for example, in the material. Kasi nga, when you highlight the word or sentence para i-copy paste, malalaman ng estudyante that you are doing something. Kasi when you highlight the material, parts of the material, sentences or words, makikita ng estudyante na nag-highlight ka kasi viewable din sa kanya if you highlight the word. Okay? For the chat box, medyo makikita din niya na nag-highlight ka pero hindi masyadong mahalata kasi puti yung chat box natin. So when you highlight, may makikita siya pero hindi masyado niya makita. So doon lang kayo. And then if you can type in the words. Okay? And ayan. Okay? So multitasking is really, really important. Pero if you cannot do it, maybe for now, if you are new, okay? So wag lang niyo i-pressure yung sarili ninyo. So makukuha niyo lang din yan later. Kasi in my case, nung bago pa talaga ako, hindi ko talaga ito kayang gawin yung multitasking kasi marami ka pang iniisip. You are you know, focus ka doon sa sagot ng estudyante. Okay rin yun. Okay? So, just take it one step at a time. Just take it one step at a time. Kung hindi mo pa kaya ngayon, and then do better next time. Okay? So, unti-unti makapag-multitask. And then, this is also very important. Prepare canned messages. Okay? Like for example, I have, later ipapakita ko sa inyo yung mga canned messages ko na pinrepare ko talaga. So, prepare canned messages para copy-paste mo na lang from Word or from sticky notes. Okay? And then, copy-paste mo na lang siya doon. And then, later, ipapakita ko sa inyo yung mga canned notes ko or canned messages ko for the students. And then, the last one is prepare words and expressions. This is for free conversation actually. Kapag wala kayong, especially kapag advanced or proficient na yung estudyante, bihira ka makaturo ng words sa kanya. But you can insert, okay? Um, like for example, you can, in your answer, you use some idiomatic expressions, and then you ask the student, do you know what's the meaning of this idiom? Okay. If hindi niya alam, then ibigay mo yung meaning and also an example of the idiomatic expression. Okay, so prepare. I-prepare mo na. Okay. Para mayroon kang maisulat. Kasi parang ang pangit pag walang laman yung yung lesson note na puro bar lang nakalagay tapos NA. So parang para sa akin it's not good. Okay? At least kahit paano meron ka. Okay? And then be mindful of the time. Okay? So when I'm very mindful when it's the 24th minute, dapat nagra-wrap up na ako niyan. Okay? Or prior to the 24th minute, like 23 minutes. Kapag inhintay ko na lang na matapos na ng estudyante yung the last answer niya. And then after that, magbibigay na ako ng cue. Okay? On the 23rd or the 24th minute. Okay, especially kapag beginner, kasi marami kang sasabihin, you can actually start the wrap up at the 23rd minute or in between 23rd to 24th minute. Okay, and then be mindful of the time. Para naman exactly on the 25th minute, goodbye ka na. Okay, goodbye ka na sa estudyante. And then, mas mayroon kang mahabang time. Like you have the whole 5 minutes like, for the lesson notes. Okay, ako, after the class, after the lesson, um, na-paste ko na lahat. Okay, so after the lesson, chine-check ko na lang baka mali yung spelling ng name na nailagay ko and then also some sentences, double check ko na lang after the class. And then after the class, so nagagawa ko na nga siya in less than 1 minute kasi checking na lang siya kasi prior to the class ended, na-paste ko na lahat yung sentences and words and then even the message to the student. Ini-edit ko na lang. Later, ipapakita ko paano ko ginagawa yung ganun. Okay? Yung canned messages, canned notes. Canned notes. Okay, so ngayon ipapakita ko sa inyo how I do it. Okay, change mode tayo. How do I do it? Okay. So, pakita ko sa inyo yung aking ginawang scripting. Okay, so tawag ko sa is scripting. Okay? So, andito na tayo. So, again, we have goodbye messages. So, you need to prepare canned messages or canned notes to the students. Like for example, yung goodbye messages ko, I have for trial lessons. Okay, so meron akong naka-ready na goodbye message for the trial lesson. And then, actually, ito dati pa itong goodbye message for Skype. Usually kasi sa dati, pag may Skype, sa Skype, after the lesson, mag-leave ka ng message sa estudyante doon sa Skype account niya. Okay? And then, also for new student, okay, meron akong canned na message for new students. Ini-edit ko na lang itong dito, yung mga suggestions. Like for example, in this case, increasing your vocabulary, and then also pronunciation. So, medyo konting editing na lang dito. And then I also have messages for regular students. Okay? So naka-canned na yan. Andyan na yan lahat. Okay? And then for my suggestions, like for example, tips. Okay? So I have already prepared this one. Okay? So kani for kani bisaya oy. Okay. Malata man kadung. Saya kadung. Okay. So tip of the day, naglalagay ako especially pag new student, mayroon akong mga tip of the day. Okay. So, ayan, nire-ready ko na. And then, sa mga suggestions, like for example, improving your listening skills. So, ito na. Okay? So, may mga nakalagay na dyan. So, ito yung mga sinasabi ko ng mga suggestions. Okay? So, how to learn speaking and pronunciation. Okay? So, how to learn reading and vocabulary. Ayan. And then, how to learn writing and learn writing and spelling. Okay, so mayroon pang ganun. And then also, I've already prepared a lot of idioms, idiomatic expressions na mayroong meaning and then also mayroong example. Okay, so para na-ready ko na, like for example, wala akong naiturong words. Okay, so before the lesson ends, no, magbibigay ako ng idioms. Okay, para hindi naman blanco yung lesson note. Like I said, puro bar na lang. So again, so ganyan. Okay, so just prepare. Okay, everything. And kapag ka na-prepare mo na, it's really, really easy na for you to do it. Okay? And yeah, okay. So I hope may natutunan kayo sa video na ito. And I really, really do hope na may apply nyo rin sa inyong mga sa inyong klase kasi nga kaya naman siyang gawin in a span of 1 minute. So just be ano lang, just prepare, do multitasking, and then yeah, be very mindful of the time. So in my case, I still have like 1 minute or 2 minutes left before the next class. So again, kaya guys. So kaya maging this is one way of saying efficiency in the job. Kasi nga, when you're okay, okay, when you are efficient, mas marami kang magawa. Kasi kapag ka ginawa mo ang lesson notes on the last part na, uh, parang time consuming na siya. But in fact, you can do it naman na within the 5 minute break. So, gawin mo na. Okay? Para wala ka nang balikan. Okay? After pagkatapos mo magklase, isa na lang yung gagawan mo ng lesson note, yung last lesson na lang. And then, move forward. Okay? Kung meron ka pang other work, okay? So you can do it na. Okay? And yeah, okay, so if you're new to this channel, okay, please subscribe, okay, and click the notification bell. And if you want some guidance, in this video or in this channel, I have tons of videos to really help you in the process from application down to the start teaching. Okay, and like this video, and if you like it, and also leave a message, okay, in the comment box. And yeah, okay, I don't want to say this, but bye for now. Enjoy the rest of your day. See you.